I can't walk.
Trump out, now what? What do we get in the first 100 days? That's what we're trying to figure out. What do we actually get that they could give us overnight like that? They just pulled $3 trillion out their ass and gave it to their friends. That's American taxpayer money. That's your money that they just gave away. And then there's 42% of black businesses closing. None of that money. Where's our fucking bailout? Where's the bailout? Not the PPP loan that they didn't give us. Where's the bailout?
And that's the truth, with some cheese on it. There ain't no meatloaf between these buns.
I don't have some cool intro, so let's just get to the start of the show. Every time I imagine that boardroom of wealthy and influential white men being asked about paying reparations to African Americans, I always envision their answer to be,
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever heard! Dickhead, priceless! Tragic!
Ice Cube made an observation back in August.
I didn't hear anybody mention a contract with Black America. And I don't know why, because it's one of the most comprehensive reform documents that's come about in a long time that could really address the problem.
Ice Cube came up with a contract with Black America, which you can read at Tell 'em Cube.
And we got a short, bite-sized version of it now. And if you go to cwba.world, you can check that out.
The information provided in the bite-sized version of the contract was more than enough to convince my dumbass that Ice Cube's at least onto something if it's actually taken seriously. The contract's way too long for me to outline all the details I read in the bite-sized version, but I can say that there are things in it that I can see the government making compromises on some of the specifics. When word got out that Trump's people got in touch with Ice Cube about it, people immediately labeled him a sellout.
You said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, but you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people are giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power and I'm gonna speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves. And that's what I'm going to talk to anybody who's in power with that. So if anybody got a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
Yeah.
I believe Ice Cube means well because his track record speaks for itself. Known for addressing problems in the Black community through his music and movies, he understands his celebrity can shed light on something that can serve as a solution.
Yeah.
A contract with Black America was drawn up by DARRICK Hamilton, the executive director of the Kirwan Institute for the Study of Race and Ethnicity at The Ohio State University. I would never know who the fuck this guy was if Ice Cube didn't attach his name to Hamilton's project, because I don't read and Ice Cube knows that.
Fuck you, dope boy, I can read. See that shoe? It says Adidas. I taught him that.
I believe Lil Pump, who had that smash hit single a couple of years ago, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. You know Hank Hill sells propane. Only went to that Trump rally to get more fans, but it backfired on him when Trump called him Lil Pimp.
Sucks to be you, man.
Lil Wayne says he's never experienced racism.
God knows I have been nothing but blessed my whole path. These 33 years have been nothing but a blessing. I have never, and never is a strong word, I've never dealt with racism, and I'm glad I didn't have to. And I don't know if it's because of my blessings, I don't know if it's, but it is my reality. So I would have to say, not only did I thought it was over, I still believe it's over, but obviously it isn't.
So when I see him in this picture with Donald Trump, I see a guy who makes more than $400,000 a year who don't want to get hit with more taxes on top of all the money Birdman took from him already. He can't give that answer when asked about it, so he'll just act like he's fucked up and rhyme hooks from old songs when fielding questions from reporters to confuse his fans. Why were you taking pictures with Donald Trump, Lil Wayne? So I'm grinding till I'm tired, cause they say you ain't grinding till you die. Ice Cube doesn't need to align himself with Joe Biden or Donald Trump to get people to watch a sequel to Friday, Barbershop, or Ride Along, because those movies are fucking institutions in the black community. Ice Cube could just sit up in his mansion spending that "Are we there yet" money and not give a damn about black people in America. But he didn't do that, and you know why? Tell him, Cube.
Sir, do you know why Jesus wept?
No, I don't.
Well, when Lazarus died, Martha and Mary, they cried over his body. When Jesus saw their pain, he couldn't help but cry too. So that's why Jesus wept.
Yeah.
Instead, he's endorsing a document that lays out negotiable solutions to just about every demand and need of the modern African American. A Contract with Black America has structure and its presentation is professional. Every time I've heard black complaints at the negotiation table in the past, it always looked like a hoe bitching at her pimp about not selling ass anymore.
And I want something.
What do you want?
I don't really know, but I just want something.
What do you want?
I don't know.
Tell me what the fuck you want to do.
Not this, D.
As a Haitian American, I know I won't get any reparations, but I still want to see American descendants of slavery get something, and I feel if enough people read it, the contract can become more official. Once again, if you want to read it for yourself,
we got a short, bite-sized version of it now. If you go to cwba.world, you can check that out.
Yeah.
Peace. I'm Audi 5000.
Shit, Snake, just straight cook them off.
Thank you for being a friend.
and those are my thoughts for this video. But then again, what do I know? I'm just an old crippled bastard. I ain't too proud to beg for your money, so like, share, and subscribe.